You finally come up with a business name that feels perfect. It sounds professional, it matches your vision. You can already see it on your website, your logo, your branding. So you move forward, you buy the domain, you start building everything. And then, right when you're ready to register your business, you hit a wall, the name isn't available, or worse, it's too similar to another business, and your application gets rejected. Now you're stuck. Do you rebrand? Do you tweak the name? Do you start over completely? This is exactly the kind of situation you want to avoid from the very beginning. Hi, my name is Bobby Casey. I'm the founder of BusinessAnywhere.io. I'm an international tax lawyer, and for over 20 years, I've been helping entrepreneurs set up their businesses the right way, avoiding mistakes that can cost time, money, and momentum. And today, we're going to talk about something that seems simple, but is actually one of the most important early steps in starting a business: how to perform a Pennsylvania business entity search, and more importantly, how to do it properly. Now let's start with something most people misunderstand. A business entity search is not just about checking if your exact name exists. That's the surface level approach. What you really need to understand is this: your business name has to be distinguishable, not just different, distinguishable. That means it can't be confusingly similar to another registered business. So even if your name isn't identical, it could still be rejected. For example, let's say there's already a business called Liberty Financial Consulting, and you want to register Liberty Finance Consulting Group. Those might sound different to you, but from a legal standpoint, they might not be different enough. And that's where problems start. So the goal of a Pennsylvania business entity search is not just to check availability, it's to identify potential conflicts before they happen. Now in Pennsylvania, you can do this through the Department of State's website. They have an online business search tool that allows you to look up registered entities. And this is where you want to approach things a little differently, because most people make the mistake of doing one quick search and assuming they're good to go. But that's not enough. Instead, you want to break your name into pieces, search the main keywords, search variations, search partial matches. Let's say your business name is Keystone Digital Marketing. You wouldn't just search that exact phrase. You might search Keystone Digital, then Digital Marketing, then just Keystone. Each of those searches helps you uncover similar names, and the more thorough you are here, the less likely you are to run into issues later. Now, once you start getting results, this is where you want to slow down and really analyze them. Look at the names carefully. Ask yourself, how close are these to my name? Now also check the status of each business. Some will be active, some may be inactive or dissolved. And here's something important to understand. And just because a business is inactive, doesn't automatically mean the name is available. In Pennsylvania, there may still be restrictions on certain names, even after a business has been dissolved. So if you see something similar, even if it's inactive, you want to be cautious. Now let's talk about naming requirements, because this is another layer people often overlook. In Pennsylvania, your business name needs to meet specific guidelines. For example, if you're forming an LLC, you need to include LLC or limited liability company. If it's a corporation, you'll need something like Inc. or corporation, and there are restricted words. You can't just use terms like bank, trust, or insurance unless you meet certain regulatory requirements. So even if your name passes the availability check, it still needs to comply with these rules. Now let's zoom out for a moment. Because your business name isn't just a legal requirement, it's also your brand. And this is where you want to think beyond just Pennsylvania. Because let's say your name is available in the state database. That's great. But what about your domain name? What about social media handles? What about trademarks? Because ideally, you want consistency across everything. You don't want your legal name to be one thing, your website to be another, and your social media to be something else entirely. That creates confusion, and confusion slows down your growth. So when you're doing your entity search, think bigger than just the state requirement. Think about your brand as a whole. Now, once you've confirmed that your name is available and it meets all the requirements, you have a couple of options. You can move forward with registering your business, or you can reserve the name. Pennsylvania allows you to reserve a business name for a certain period of time. This can be useful if you're not ready to form your company yet, but you want to secure the name. Now, let me highlight one of the biggest mistakes I see. People skip this step entirely. They assume their name is unique. They move forward. They start building everything. And only later, they discover there's a conflict. At that point, they've already invested time, money, and effort, and now they have to rebrand. New domain, new logo, new marketing materials, possibly even explaining the change to customers. And that's not just frustrating. It can actually set your business back. So even though this step feels small, it's one of the most important things you can do early on. Because getting your name right from the beginning saves you from having to fix it later. Now, if we bring all of this together, a Pennsylvania business entity search is about more than just checking availability. It's about making informed decisions. You want to search broadly, look for similarities, understand the rules, and think beyond just the state database. If you do that, you're setting your business up for success from day one. And if you want help with this process, whether it's checking name availability, registering your company, or setting everything up properly, that's exactly what we do. Through our Digital Nomad Kit, we help entrepreneurs handle company formation, registered agent services, compliance, and everything you need to build your business the right way. You can find more information in the links below. And just remember, the best way to avoid a problem is to catch it before it ever happens. Hope this video helps you, and I'll see you in the next video.